Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Heather, and on this channel we like to walk a very fine line between a shopping addicted makeup monster and a responsible adult with a makeup hobby. Now, I really enjoy eyeshadows, singles, palettes, duochromes, multichromes, blush, highlight, bronzer, lip gloss, basically everything except for pressed glitter. And today we are going to be doing an unboxing and try on of the Try Beauty box. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, stick with me, we're getting into it right now. And as you can see, I've got wine in hand. Did you guys know that an entire bottle of wine fits in one of these Starbucks cups? I don't know how I know that. But anyway, so we have the Try Beauty box, which now comes in a bag, but it's fine. And I wanted to unbox it with you guys and try some of these products. So let's get everything out here. The first thing that we are going to talk about is this Luxie Beauty brush set. There are 5 brushes in here, and this is the Glimmer set. This retails for $80 supposedly, and I've seen this on sale recently at Luxie Beauty, so I'm not sure that it like truly retails for $80 at this point. But the brush handles are really pretty. It's like a soft kind of coral peach acrylic with like a shimmer that kind of swirls through it, and then the brush, like the actual brush part of it, looks like it has those really soft Luxie brush heads. So very excited to be digging into this. Plus, we all know I haven't cleaned my brushes yet, so this will come in handy. Number 2, let's talk about this one. I think everybody got this in their box as well. And this is the Karma Co lip scrub, and it is in the flavor Birthday Cake. They did a poll. Oh my god. Oh god, this smells so good. It smells like vanilla frosting, like just straight up frosting, but it's pink, which is interesting. Like, it's that color. But anyway, this retails for $20. They did a survey on their Instagram stories asking if people liked birthday cake, or there was another flavor that they had. So I don't know if they gave out different options, but I think based on the card, they probably just gave out the birthday cake flavor. I have no idea if this one won the survey or not. When I voted, this one was not winning, so I'm so excited to see that it won. Or at least won enough to end up in my box, that's for sure. So I just sent a quick email to Try Beauty Box because they had 2 things that you got to pick this month in the box. One was the palette. There was 2 different palette options, and then the other one was between the Estee Lauder Rollerball in Modern Muse and a Rutz Natural Potent C Serum, which was a 20% vitamin C serum. I picked the vitamin C serum and got the rollerball, so I'm not quite sure what happened there, but I just emailed them to see if they could maybe send me the replacement for the serum, because I'm not sure I'm going to like this rollerball. I'll leave it in the packaging just in case they want it back. I have no idea. But basically, this rollerball retails for $26. It's Estee Lauder Modern Muse Rollerball. It's a floral woody musk fragrance with top notes of mandarin orange, middle notes of jasmine, Chinese jasmine, lily, honeysuckle, flower petals, and tuberose, and base notes of musk, wood notes, patchouli, patchouli leaf, amber, and Madagascar vanilla. I was totally on board with this fragrance when I read through everything until I got to patchouli. Typically, fragrances that include patchouli I am not a huge fan of, so that's why I had opted against the fragrance, but we'll wait to see what they send back at some point. The next thing is from Ofra, and this is an eyebrow pencil, and it's in Universal. So this is $13. Ofra's definitely going through a little moment right now with their brand owner or co-owner or whatever he wants to be called, basically just going off the deep end of racism, I guess. But so we'll put the brand part of this to the side for now. I kind of have a problem with the idea of a universal eyebrow pencil, because this is either going to be too dark or too light for some people. It's going to be just right for some people, but it's going to be too dark for some and too light for others. And it's probably going to be a little bit too warm for me, but we'll give it a try and we'll see. And then the last thing is from Spoiled Lips Cosmetics, and it is this right here, which is a palette. And this is the Romantic Getaway palette. So they had 2 different choices. One was this kind of pinky, mauvey color story, and the other was more of like warm tone neutral. So I went with this one. Really, I wasn't like super impressed with either one. So there you can see what the palette looks like. I mean, you do have some deeper shades over on this side, but I'm pretty sure that shade in the center is a pressed glitter, so that'll be one that I skip over, and I'll probably be doing mostly a matte look. So out of everything I got in my box, I'm definitely the most excited for the brushes and the lip scrub. Oh, and let me tell you how much the palette was. Palette is $24. So you got an $80 brush set, $24 palette, either $26 fragrance or $52 serum, a $13 eyebrow pencil, and a $20 scrub. So you're definitely getting your money's worth. The box itself costs about $40 shipped. So let me wash this look off, and then we are going to come back and get into all these goodies. Alright, so now we are back, and I want to go ahead and dig into these goodies. And let me see if I can show you one of these brushes here. So you can see there that really beautiful like swirling in the handles. I like that a lot. For those of you guys that are new, you don't know, my hair is on a journey. I am not invited. I make the best of it that I can. Let's go in with the Milani eye primer, which is the eye primer I use almost all the time. I do think it's interesting that these are supposed to be like travel palettes, but they're really long and skinny. Like, I think it would have made more sense to make like 2 rows and have it be like shorter and a little bit taller. That would have made it more like, I don't know. Would have made it make more sense for me, that's for sure. Yeah, so this feels like a glitter, this middle shade, but it actually feels really, really fine. So I don't know. I don't know if that would be considered eye safe or not. It's definitely smaller than the Trixie Cosmetics glitters that are told to be eye safe, so who knows. Alright, let's get in with some of these purples here. I'm going to start with this kind of light lavender shade, and then I'm basically going to go down the row of all of these 3 here. Okay, well that was more pigment than I anticipated. There's a good amount of kick up in these pans, but you do at least get some color out of it, so there's that. Alright, I'm going to go in with that next deeper shade. And I'm kind of just going to go for this matte kind of sunset eye type vibe. And then what I'll do is probably throw the metallic into my inner corner. And I'll probably skip over this glitter because I don't know about that glitter. These colors together really remind me of that candy. It was kind of like Mike and Ike's candy, but it was all like purple and white. Do you guys remember that candy from when we were kids? So I think that's as much as I'm going to get out of that color. So then I'm going to switch over to the kind of flat shader brush, and I'm going to, so I've used these 2 shades so far, so now I'm going to go into this one and that one next. It was kind of giving me the vibes of like that Samantha March and Ofra collab that I can't buy now because Ofra's being crazy. But maybe once Ofra actually like takes care of their problems, maybe. I don't know. I would definitely be curious to know. Tell me in a comment down below, what are like sort of the deal breakers for you for brands? Like, what is the thing that they do that you're like, okay, now I can't support you, or I need to take like a good break from you? I'm curious to hear what those deal breakers are for other people, because I feel like they're probably different for people. Not everybody's going to have the same concerns. And this is that last shade here, going on to the bottom. I do think it looks pretty. I feel like between these three colors, you don't get enough variation on the lid to really like make it look like different colors. So did you really need all three of them? I'm not sure. And it does appear to just be getting a little bit patchy right through here. So I think that's kind of what Bean was a little frustrated by when she was trying these out. But perhaps with a different primer it might be more successful. That I don't know. Alright, these are the three brushes that I have left. None of these seems like a good foundation brush, so I think I'm going to go ahead and do foundation and concealer and then come back. And I did pick up this other shade of the Revolution Eye Bright Concealer in Deep Caramel to hopefully try to use as a contour shade. I'm wondering if it's going to be similar to the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand. That's $38 and this is $10. So this might be a little bit too deep, but let's try it. I'm going to use this kind of fluffy brush here. Ooh, and you have to work fast. Let's get... So I definitely think it looks a little deeper on camera than it does in person. In person it definitely looks like a little softer wash of color, but I think once I blend it in with my blush and my highlighter, I think it'll look a little bit more natural. So let's do that next. I'm going to try this Super Dewy Revolution blush because it goes with the foundation and concealer. So hopefully it all will mesh together nicely. And this is in the shade You've Got Me Blushing, which is like the Dusty Rose shade that keeps going out of stock. Alright, so this goes a long way. I think we're going to be doing some setting powder to try to settle some of this down here. overall, though, it doesn't look bad. I like the color. It's a little intense. We're going to calm it down with some powder here in a moment. But, like, sheared out, it's a really nice wash of color. So, I'm happy with the color for that. Now, let's go in. So, this stuff that I'm using from Revolution is part of an Ulta order that was literally forever in the making. I'm going to use this Revolution Glow Splendor Ultra Matte Bronzer in Light. And it looks like that. It's enormous. Oh, thank God it was just that. But I think I'll use this big fluffy brush for the bronzer. So this Ulta order, oh my gosh. Ooh, this bronzer is really pigmented. Holy crap. Okay, that bronzer is way too pigmented. That is too much. Between the bronzer and the contour up here, this is looking actually sunburned up here. So that's not what I wanted. Alright, and this is too enormous for highlighter, so let's just not with that. Let me go in with my High Glass finishing powder and try to calm this down a little bit. I swear that powder is like Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. It just simmers everything down a little bit. Not my hair, but... Alright, let's get some highlighter on. So the new highlighter that I wanted to try is actually this Milani Duo. This has been around for ages, but it was like $12, something like that. And I was like, I don't know. And I wanted to try it because it's supposed to be a dupe for the Pixie by Petra, that like duo that everybody talks about. And this is supposed to be a really nice dupe for it, but again, I just didn't want to pay like $12 when the original was like $16. So I was like, this either needs to be cheaper or I just need to buy the other one. And then this went down to $6, and I was like, okay, that's what I'm talking about. So let me try. Ooh, oh boy, these are soft. And that's what they look like there. So you got one very like rosy pink one and one very like champagne toned one. So let's do the rosy pink one since everything else is leaning kind of rosy pink anyway. I will try this brush. Oh, actually, it picks up a ton of product, so you have to kind of calm down. And maybe that's the issue with the bronzer too, is that these brushes just pick up a lot of product all at once, and so then it's like way too much product to actually safely use on your face. That gives a nice glow. Okay, so I'm not mad at that. Let's finish off the under eye here. So I don't think these brushes are small enough for me to do my under eye personally. I just like something a little bit finer. So I'm going to go in with something smaller. And I'm going to go in with just a little pencil brush that I have from, what is this from? Royal & Langland Nickel Moda Pro brush series. And I'll start with the darkest color and then work my way lighter. So that's not looking too bad. And then I guess I'll go in with this fluffier brush and just use kind of the lighter shade here. My eyes are watering, so I'm getting a little bit of patchiness in the corners. So like this spot right here where you see it getting really patchy, that's actually because my eye is tearing, not because the product is patchy, so don't blame the product for that one. I think that's actually because I took everything off with a makeup eraser instead of using like an actual cleanser, and so my eyes are just educating me that that's not such a good idea. Alright, I'm going to go in with this shade up here at the top and just pop it into the inner corner. We're going to keep this otherwise mostly a matte look. Yeah, that is a very frosty pink shade. Alright, let's get some liner and lashes on, and then I will be right back. Okay, and I'm just going to put on the Bite Beauty lipstick in the shade Pepper. Alright, let's top that off with something else. What do we got? No. I'm going to put a little bit of this Lip Mosa in from Profusion. Just to give it a little bit more like mauve-y kind of shade to it. Alright, and this is the finished look. What do we think? Okay, so let's talk about the products that we got in the box this time around. So first we got this Luxie Beauty brush set, and I did try each of the brushes during the try on portion of this video, and I actually do really like them. I think this is great for kind of buffing and contour. This one, although it's bigger than what I normally use for a highlight, it actually worked pretty well. These two I used for my eyeshadow. While I think they're great like kind of blending brushes, they're not going to be good for like detailed looks. So if you're trying to do something that's really kind of intricate, these are not going to be your go-to brushes, but otherwise I think they're good, nice and soft. And then this one I used for powder bronzer, which I did really enjoy as well. And I love the handles, oh my gosh. The Spoiled Lips Cosmetics palette, it's okay. For $24 though, I would be really pissed if I paid $24 for this, because I don't think it's worth $24. I think if I got this at like Five Below for $5, I would feel like, yeah, that makes sense. So this is like a $5 palette. So if you see it on like Mercari or something and you want to get it, $5, okay? I didn't use all of the shades. I did use this matte and these three mattes and then this shimmer. This pressed glitter I did swatch just to see what it was like. It's very, very, very fine. So if you're somebody who does use pressed glitters, you may be okay with that one. I don't know. I don't mess around with those typically. The mattes were nice, but again, these two mattes kind of blended to look the same. These two mattes kind of blended to look the same. So by the time I put all four on my lids, like, I don't know that you can really tell there's 4 different shades on my lids. I think you can tell there's like at least 2 shades on my lids. And that's kind of where I'm at with this. These are sort of more like rosy nudes, which I think is pretty. So that would be something that you could play around with as well. Might give you more dimension than what I did, but I think for how different these look in the pans, they should look more different on your eyes. The next product is the Rollerball or the Vitamin C Serum. Again, I was supposed to get the serum. I'm hopefully going to try to get that from them because I'd much prefer that than the fragrance. So I'm going to leave the fragrance in the box. And then the brow pencil. Where did I toss the brow pencil to already? I already lost it? Oh, here it is. So the Ofra eyebrow pencil in Universal. It does go on really nicely. I think it's like a creamy formula, but again, I don't think there's such thing as a universal brow shade. So for me, that's kind of a ridiculous thing to say. So I think it's nice, but I think that would have been a better product if you had the ability to kind of choose the color, or at least, you know, be customized to like a lighter or a deeper shade, because again, that shade is not going to work for everybody. And then the last thing is the lip scrub. I love lip scrubs. Birthday Cake, it smells wonderful, so I'll be so happy to put this to the test this evening. And, you know, I think lip scrubs are all pretty much, they're going to do the same thing for you, so I'm not sure that there's much variation, but I'm really happy to get this. So overall, the things that I'm really excited about in the box, the brushes and the lip scrub. If I had gotten the serum, I would also put the serum in that category because I'm very excited to try that. The things that I'm not so excited about would be the pencil and the palette, because they're both kind of just okay products. Like, they're not products that I think I'm going to reach into day after day, week after week, month after month kind of things. So those two are kind of the throwaway products from this box. And then the perfume I would put kind of at the bottom of the list because, again, this isn't even what I asked for. So that is everything for this bi-monthly Try Beauty box. You guys are going to have to let me know in a comment down below. Do you get this box? Do you enjoy this box? Is there anything that you would have gotten out of this box or you would have liked to try out of this box? I really do enjoy Try Beauty box. I've had it for a little over a year now. I think this is my 8th or 9th box. I think it's my 8th box because I got it in February of last year, which is their first box of the year. So this would be my 8th box that I've gotten, and I do really enjoy it. I'm going to keep subscribed to it. If you would like to become a member of Try Beauty Box, there will be some information down below, as well as a link that you can use to subscribe to Try Beauty Box. If you use that link, there is a small commission that I will get, and I do appreciate it if you use it. If you don't want to use it, that's okay too. What else? I think that's everything for this video. I did really enjoy using the Makeup Revolution Super Dewy products that I used. The Milani highlighter was really nice. The bronzer, the blush, the contour. I mean, I had to kind of simmer things down a little bit with my NYX powder, but overall I think things came out okay. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you go, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye!